so let's look at our overall head shape here. I'm going to start here. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we're going to add the hair shape real quick, okay? Let me see here. Oh, yes. How much does that book cost, and does it ship to Europe? I don't know. I bought the book from Half Price Books. So, excuse me one sec. I actually bought this book from Half Price Books, so I don't. I'll give you guys the information. I meant to do that yesterday, and I didn't do that, so I'll make sure I do that today before we log off. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my, add the hair shapes here. Okay, so pretty much, guys, we got our basic head shape down. So you can see that what I did was I looked at it as a silhouette, and then I drew the shapes. Now, I want to tell you something that's very important. You have to pay attention to this part when you're drawing. When you look at your picture, okay, you're going to get an initial shape. You say, okay, I'm looking for the shape of this head, okay? You'll notice that I don't look at my reference a lot, because if you look at the reference too much, just like anything else you do in life, you'll study it too hard, and then you won't be able to draw the shape because it'll start getting more difficult. You'll second guess what you saw. So with this, you have to rely a lot on your first instinct about something. That's the key to being able to draw like really well, no matter what you are being, whatever you're drawing. Okay, so relying on that instinct is a very important thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to our drawing. Okay. Okay, so now we pretty much got the line drawing down. We can add all these little hairs and stuff at the end of the picture. So now what I like to do is I like to start in the middle of the face. So I'll always keep reference to where my center line is. So maybe I can find something here to show you what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna use a piece of paper here. Okay, and hopefully you can kind of see through this paper when we do it. So let me put this here. Okay, in the middle of your face there's a line, and you can kind of see through the paper. Matter of fact, we'll just put it over the top of it. Okay, so you'll see right here, it's kind of like a line. Okay, you see that line right there? Now on this line here, the middle line, your ears will always attach to that line. Okay, just like so. And then on this line, your nose will always attach to that line. People with smaller eyes, I tend to draw with the eyes further apart from each other, because when you move something further away from you, like for instance, the nose is the center point of the face. So the further I move things away from the nose, the smaller the object looks. You understand what I mean? So when I draw the nose here, I'm going to draw the nose, and then I'm going to put the eyes kind of sort of far out here to cartoon him. That's how I would approach it. Okay, so let's go ahead and go ahead and get the picture done here. So I'm going to turn my paper to the side just to give myself a comfortable angle. I like to always draw with my hand and rest it on the paper so that I can control the movement of my pen really well. Okay, let me see. Hey, what's going on, guys? Okay, can you write the name of those markers? I want to search them. Oh, these are just Crayola markers. It's Crayola. So if you guys are just joining in, this Crayola. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to draw our eye shape here. So we'll start with our eyebrows. Remember, we're going to draw them kind of far apart, just like so. Okay. Okay. Just like so. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw the nose. Okay. So we'll. Okay. And I'm going to draw the middle portion of the nose here. Okay, so you see how I did that? I'm using what I know about classic proportion, and I'm manipulating those to make my shapes, okay? So it's real simple, guys. All right, now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and put my mouth here. So if you can look at my cursor just a little bit here, on the where my cursor is, you'll see that around the mouth, there's a shape that's kind of made by your by the mouth, okay, kind of like right in here. You see how the lines of the mouth make this little shape that kind of looks almost like a I don't know, what is that? It kind of looks like a house a little bit, like around his mouth. So I'm looking at that shape so I can see where to put things at. So I'm gonna go like this here. I'll start with the middle, and he has very small lips, so we don't want to overdo it on those lips. Okay. Now remember I said he had that house going on. You see the house? Okay. And I don't even have to really draw a top lip on this one because he has such a small lip. That's a cool way to cartoon that. Okay. So now I'm going to just kind of put the lobes on the ears here. I just use a little small line like that. And then I'll just draw the cavern of the ears here. And pretty much, guys, we got a really good looking picture here, okay? I think it came out good for our first caricature of the day. So what I'll do now is I'll just go ahead and put in some shoulders here, maybe like this. Okay. Now I saw most of the pictures that I've seen of him. I'm gonna assume he's a chef. The pictures that I pulled up about him, I didn't really read much about his background, but I'm gonna assume he's a chef, so I'm gonna give him his chef apron here, of course. Okay, now guys, once let's put his expression lines here. So he's a kind of older gentleman, so I'm going to put a little bit of age lines. Use these very sparingly. Okay. All right. So there we have it, guys. So we have a quick little cartoon of him. It didn't take us that long to draw that picture. Okay. Oh, my Gordon. Okay, let me see here. Let me read some of my comments. I really, really want to approach myself to caricatures. I just draw comments, and this art is so interesting. Thank you very much, Mr. Lawler. I appreciate you giving me the compliment, first of all. And second of all, is if you keep what I'm doing here today is I'm trying to show you some things that I wish somebody would have showed me when I first started drawing caricature, because my first caricatures were not good. I mean, I've been in several fights is what I'm saying. Not messing with you. But that's just keep practicing. That's the best thing that you can do with these. Let me see here. Do you ever color your drawings? Yes, I do. Sometimes I color, sometimes I don't. I could color this one, but I'll do a color one. Maybe if I have time today, I'll do a color one. Okay. Now, what I like to do next is I use on my black and white pictures, which majority of the time, because of pricing that the way I price my drawings, most people are going to go for the black and white because they want to pay the least amount they can and get the most out of it. But sometimes they'll go and they'll get color. So I generally tend to only have to use these two markers when I'm at work. So I'm going to show you how to use this marker and make it look just as cool as color. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this right here. I'm gonna kind of shade in the eyes here, just like this. So I'll just put a little shade here, and you can see it makes the picture come out. Then I'll do a little shade here, maybe. Okay, just like so. The thing to remember when you're doing this is that everything has sides. All your face has a side. Your nose has sides, and then what I do is I like to I demonstrate that with the marker. I have you have to have an understanding of that to make your picture look real. Okay, let's go ahead and blow them up just a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, now what we're gonna do here, you can see the cavern kind of his eye. Now I raised the eyebrows up a little bit, even though he has a lot more connection in the picture. I made it where his eyebrows are a little up, but I still can achieve that by kind of just putting some shade here. And you can see how it makes it look like more cavernous right there. Okay, just like so. Okay, now I'll go ahead here and I'll just kind of put a little bit of shade over my lines here. And these just kind of play those lines down so that they don't look too hard, but it doesn't take away from the age of the gentleman, because like I said, he's a gentleman that's up in age here. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll add like a contour line here. You can go do this from either side. You can do it from both sides. You just have to choose which way you want to do it. Okay. And I'll put a little shade here under the bottom. Okay, just like so. All right. All right, now the next thing that I'm going to do is I will usually do my hair at this point. Okay, so for the hair, I like to use these markers here. These are basically poster markers. They're called Marks a Lot. You can get these from any dollar store or any place they sell cheap markers at. So yeah. Oh no, I haven't seen it yet. I have to look at it. I have to check it out. I haven't seen your version yet, but I'm gonna check it out. Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll just kind of do like this here, and I'm gonna outline. What I do is I outline my the darks of the hair first, so I'll know how I want to color it in. You see how I do this? To give the hair some volume. So let's go ahead and downsize it a little. Let's bring it down some so I can see that hair. And then we want to use a marker that's kind of dried out for this part. Yeah, because he doesn't have very dark hair. So what I'll do here is I'll use this marker here. It's a nice dried out marker. We'll pull it in here. And then we'll just beat the devil out of it. I'm messing with you. All right. And then we'll put some hair over here. Okay. And of course we'll put some here. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Now, let me see here. We're going to start closing out the picture, okay? So for the last part of the picture, what I like to do is this, guys, is a regular Sharpie marker, okay? So Sharpies are really cool for drawing caricatures, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of turn my paper to the side a little bit here, okay? And I'm going to add those direction lines in the hair there, just like that. And then we can even put the hair like it's coming down in the face, just a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and concentrate on those eyes real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kind of put a little bit of dark right here in those eyes, so it's like it's looking right at the camera at you. I like to put a lot of emphasis on the eyes. Okay, just like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna also put a little bit of emphasis on my smile line, because when you look at somebody, when you look at that face, I want your eyes to be focused on the eyes and on the smile. You know, like you do in real life. When somebody walk up to somebody, you look them in the eyes, right? And you can tell how they're thinking and what they're thinking about. See, a lot of people ask me about how to draw eyes. See, and I tell them, you got to understand, they say the eyes are the mirror to the soul. That means you can tell what people are thinking and who they are through their eyes, right? If I showed you a picture of someone and covered up the rest of their face and showed you just their eyes, you probably could recognize who they are without looking at the rest of their face. So I use that to my advantage when I'm drawing my pictures. So the eyes are not they're not a, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not a concrete shape, because they change. Like the shape of your eyes change based off of how you feel that day. If you're excited, well, your eyes do like this. If you're mad, your eyes do like this. If you can't see, your eyes do like that. But does that make you look like a different you? No, it doesn't. You just have to understand that you're just manipulating one shape over and over and over again to make your eyes. Okay, so we're just about done with Mr. Ramsay here. So I'm just going to do a little bit of shading here because I want to bring out the outfit a little bit. I like to keep these. I have a huge collection of caricatures that I've drawn. I started doing this maybe about 10 years ago. And I got my start in San Antonio, Texas. It was on the Riverwalk. It's pretty awesome down there. I'm going back there this Friday, actually. Friday and Saturday. I'm going to be there for spring break. Okay. So, guys, I think I'm pretty much done here with this drawing. So all I have to do is close out. Let me get my marker here. Maybe I could put like a little background here. I like to use, I've been using these little borders, so I just put one here. I just do a line just like that. Put a line like this. Do a line like that. Do a line like this. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put his name, which his name is going to be Gordon Ramsay. So I'll just go ahead and put that here. Just use some nice letters. And I always sign my work at the end. Okay, guys, so hey, we did it, guys. We made it, and we made it without messing up, so that's always a good thing. Okay, hello there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, you did? Well then, you see that subscribe button below? Push it, and after, push the bell icon next to it and select the all option. Then you will get notifications of all new uploaded videos and when I go live. Oh yeah. So thanks for watching and subscribing, and check out these other videos for more cool stuff. Have a great day and happy penciling.